So I just made a new world, and I happened to spawn in the middle of the ocean on this island. And I was like, oh man, that's actually really cool. I was thinking right here in the middle, I could build some sort of ancient brick granite fortress. I think that'd be awesome, and integrate it with the jungle somehow and build up some little ports and have some ships out at sea. I think that'd be really cool. Let's clear some of this shrubbery and get started. All right, yeah, that'll be plenty of space. Yeah, by the way, dude, we just had our first open public beta test for the FlowSMP over the weekend, and it was awesome. We had like 100 people come out, and I'll probably do another open beta test in a few weeks, so don't worry if you missed it. If you want to grab your spot now for when it launches on June 1st, check out my Patreon in the description. And maybe like a wall going this way. Maybe we could have an entrance right here. Yeah, I'm kind of loosely taking inspiration from this fortress in The Witcher 3. It's like this brick castle on a hill, and it looks awesome. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Some sort of big, gestural, ruined fort. All right, that's a good start for layout. Very, very loose. I want to build up the edges a bit. I don't love how it's kind of like a natural slope. I want it to be more of a cliff. I incurred a little bit of damage, but I can repair that. This actually turned into more of a cave than a cliff, but I could actually work with that. I could turn this into a cave in the future. All right, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, because I've been doing that a lot lately with the last castle I built. So I'll just start with this framework for now, and we can add stuff to it later, but I don't want to make this super massive. Let me actually lay out some pathways with some coarse dirt. All right, so we're gonna have one main pathway going through the fort, and then we could have like maybe a pathway going this way towards like a barracks situation. I'm seeing a staircase right here. You know, something like right there. That'll be good. This isn't gonna be like a very complete fortress. The vibe I'm going for more is like a ruined fortress. So a lot of these walls will be cracked and falling down and not fully repaired, and it's kind of like a makeshift camp. Because that's the vibe in the fortress in The Witcher that I'm basing this off of, and I've always loved how that looked, where it's like they're kind of making do with what they've got. So we'll have some walls here that are just like open to the air. That's what I'm going for. Gonna have like chipped bits and you know, little pieces coming out all around. I think this kind of build suits my build style, because I build very loosely. Or what block could I use for a floor in here? Maybe just like a mixture of planks and mud. I think that could be good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Just a bit of texture. You know, something I just thought of, I always make these villages or builds in the same kind of lore where I have villagers living in them. But maybe it would be cool for this particular castle to be a pillager outpost. That would be cool. That they've taken over this island and they're making this their base. All right, that's a good first room. Doesn't need to be defined at all yet. Just kind of getting the idea out there. I do want to rely on lots of walls in this build to make it feel like there's some depth going on. All right, let's turn to a different part of the fort now that that is established. Maybe some towers over here. Maybe this over here could be a stable. I don't know if pillagers can ride horses, but, you know, just something like that. Let's put up a bit of like a quay right here. Like some sort of wall. And then we can have a staircase coming up that way. Maybe I'll dig this out and we'll put a stable right in here. Just a small little thing. I want to build up these walls. They're a little bit flat looking. Just get some depth going on. You know, people keep asking me to do building tutorials, and I probably will make a video at some point on how to build, I guess. But I've said it before, dude. My biggest tip is going to come down to depth, right? Like, that just looks better already because there's something interesting going on instead of just like a flat, boring wall, right? Like, if you're looking for a tip, depth is going to help you every single time. I feel like I need something to round the corners of these buildings instead of it just all being brick and granite. Like last time I used deep slate to line the corners. What about copper? It's a little bit too similar. Actually, I could just do like a log. That's what I could do. Yeah, it's like that's just a bit of a trim on the corners. Yeah, that looks better for sure. And it kind of makes sense, right? They would be using wood to support the structure, right? So they would use it on the corners. And you know what's funny? I mentioned this in a previous video, how my building style has changed recently. Like over here, I've got these logs and they're like, oh, wait, they're pointing outwards. Like it should be like this, right? So it's more perfect. But honestly, like that, like I saw that and I was like, I don't really feel like fixing it. And it kind of adds a bit of charm to it. It's just so much more freeing when you're not so concerned about everything being perfect. And you can just like, oh, like those logs are facing the wrong direction. Whatever, right? Just keep going. And it adds more texture to your builds when there's like a little bit of a pattern breakup going on there. Like it just really frees you up. Maybe I could work on a little gatehouse right here. Start to define it. I think I need more of a tower right here, actually. Just like a 4x4 tower. Could have a little spiral staircase in there. Actually, this should just be a ladder. This is too... this is way too small to put a staircase in here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, that's... well, it's kind of messy. Hold on, let me fix this. Break up some of this texture. It's too flat. Maybe this could be a little micro watchtower. Like, look out for invaders. Alright, this is coming together. I can see the vision. Maybe I'll start working on this side of the build. I want to flatten out this courtyard, actually. I don't like how it's sloping down right here. That is such a mess. Hold on. I need to do that thing I did last time where I line the corners of the road with stone. Part of when you're building a courtyard like this and you start throwing in a bunch of coarse dirt everywhere is you kind of lose the shape of the pathway. So let me just have a bit of a guiding line. Just so it kind of guides you as to where you're supposed to be going. I do want a bit of elevation change, actually. Let me make this part a little bit raised up. Yeah, like that's adding a lot, having that go down one level and this come up, right? It's just like depth is important for sure, but you also want to have some elevation change going on. Because if for no other reason, then it makes the area less daunting to fill up, right? Because like imagine if this courtyard was all one level and it was like, oh my god, how do I fill this up? It's like such a big space. But now I've kind of naturally broken it up into its own section, right? So like this right here is one section, and then up here is going to be its own section. You know, this is its own section, and that height elevation is helping me do that because it's naturally breaking it up into different parts. So just give it a try, dude. Add some more elevation change in your builds. You know, it'd be cool, given this is a ruined fortress, is having some secret entrances that are, you know, like, they haven't fully repaired it. Like, maybe it's covered up by vines. People can sneak into the fortress like, ooh, I'm not supposed to be here, you know? God, what happened to those vines, dude? It's from the physics mod. Feeling another staircase along the side here. Maybe this could be a balcony right here. For later, perhaps. Alright, how's this looking from the air? How does this look? That looks pretty good, dude. I like this. I guess looking at it from up here, I feel like it's a little bit flat on that side of the castle. I think there needs to be something else, because that looks pretty thick, and I got a tower right there, but there needs to be something more on that edge. But it's definitely coming together. Oh, I totally forgot this was going to be a stable, wasn't it? I got distracted. It would be kind of cool if I didn't have to tear this tree down, though, because it's like the tallest one on the island. Maybe I could integrate it somehow, because I do honestly want to have like a nature takes back, nature reclaims kind of vibe to this fortress, where because it's ruined, there's like trees growing out of it. So maybe I leave this as part of the fortress and I just find a way to incorporate it somehow. Like it's just been growing into the fortress over time. I think right here we could have some sort of outdoor camp in this little pocket, like right before you hit the main jungle, and we have like some sort of tent. You know, just for the time being, it would be nice if I threw some scaffolding up so it looks like the castle is under construction still. I never use scaffolding, it's so confusing to me. You know, kind of like that. Alright, let me work on this stable, dude. I keep getting distracted from it. Maybe we could have a window right there. Put some lanterns in here. Yeah, so this second floor, I was thinking this would be more of like a ruined watchtower, where it's kind of like there's some broken walls all around, but you can still look out. You know, look for invading ships or whatever. Yeah, something like that, where it's kind of just like there used to be a structure here, but now it's all gone. All right, this is coming together. I am noticing something though. It's starting to become very homogeneous in color, and I need to find some way to break up this texture because the logs, they're adding something, but it's still kind of in this brown red color tone. Maybe I could throw in some other blocks like terracotta, like a brown concrete powder. What about this? Like it's actually still really similar. Like, is there like kind of a brownish color that would be striking? But white terracotta, that could throw in some color. Like maybe I could use this stuff as a way to signify that certain parts of the fort are being repaired or updated or renovated, right? Because that breaks up the color nicely, doesn't it? Maybe like gray concrete powder as well. Yeah, that could work. Like they're throwing on like plaster or some updated material, you know? Like that could work. All right, let's keep going. All right, so that's a pretty good rough draft. I mean, it's certainly not done, but this is a good foundation. I think I'm going to turn to something else now in the build. I was thinking about building a ship down here, like a port. And you know what's interesting is that I installed this mod called Eureka Ships. And if you put a helm on some structure that you built in the ocean, and I can turn it into like this drivable thing, like an actual usable ship. Like that's so cool. And I'll park it somewhere in this little makeshift port. All right, so it might actually make sense to first build a little port, just so I have a bit of a sense of how big of a boat to build, you know? Just kind of like lay some basic idea. All right, that'll do for now. Just a little basic idea. I was thinking this right here could be like a loading ramp where we like load up emeralds or whatever, and then it just goes straight into the ship. It won't be a massive ship. Just, what is this, like 7 blocks wide? That looks fine. That looks wide enough, yeah. Let's do like a deep slate hull. I think that would be cool. I wonder if I could design some sort of propeller system. Something like that. Maybe there's something better I could use. Is there anything like circular shaped? I don't know if there's really going to be anything super useful. What about hoppers? I don't know. It looks kind of funny. That looks alright. You kind of get the idea that that's supposed to be a little propeller. And then, oh, there's water in here. Hold on. This honestly is a lot like the boat that I designed for that big prison build. It'd be kind of the same thing. I guess if this is a pillager outpost, this is more like they're emerald pirates. They're stealing emeralds on the high seas. Oh, you know, actually, if they're gonna get from here to here, we need a little walkway along the side. There we go. That way they can walk out of the cabin onto the loading dock, right? Whoa. It's not the most stable walkway in the world. Oh my. I'm feeling prismarine for the roof, I think. Still missing a little something though. We need some more pizzazz. Maybe like a little balcony where they can just like chill out over here. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. All right, and then in here is probably where the helm of the ship is gonna go. So we could just put it right there, I guess. I mean, the lantern kind of blocks the view, but I think you can go third person though. I think it's fine. Actually, a lot of room down here. This could be where they keep their food for their long voyages. All right, that's good for downstairs. And then this is where they could sleep. But actually, there's not that much room up here. Maybe I could just do bunk beds. We'll do a triple bunk bed. And then we gotta get the crew in here, right? They're gonna be pillagers. So what should I call them? What about Dilbert? There they are. The Dilberts. Alright, is there anything else that I want to add? I mean, that's a pretty good boat, I would say. I could say we could turn it into a proper ship and see if it floats. So sneak on this. We assemble it. Wait, it grabbed the entire port. Is this part of the ship? No way, dude. What? Oh no, we're sinking. Oh wait, we're underwater. Oh god. Hold on, let me disassemble this. Oh, Jesus. I can't believe I didn't think of that. So it just ripped the entire port out of the ground, man. And I don't... Can I put that back? Like, I don't know. And now the ship is underwater. Golly, dude. What a mess. Maybe what I should do... Let me delete these blocks that are connecting it up. I'll reassemble it into a ship so that it floats. And then I can try to solve this dock debacle. God, so many trapdoors. What is going on? Alright, let's try this again. So it's a ship now, but it's sinking. Why is it sinking? Bro. I think, is there like a balloon? What about, yeah, there's a floater as well. Does this do anything? Oh, yeah, that's making it go up. Oh, sweet. Okay. So the floaters make it go up. Okay. So clearly, maybe was it the deep slate? Like, this is just such a... This ship is not buoyant at all. What is going on? It's like rocking. Alright, clearly I don't know what I'm doing with this mod. It's like rocking violently. Oh, is it because the seaweed is attached? That could be it. Hold on, let me... I think it might have attached itself to the seaweed so that it thinks that's part of the ship and it's like pulling it down. Alright, I need to make sure there's absolutely nothing touching the boat. It's completely free. Alright, let me try to reassemble that now. Alright, now it's floating like too much. It's too far out of the water. But I'm pretty sure it was the kelp that was bugging it out. What the... Okay, now my game crashed. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have to abandon ship on this one. Here, we can sail off into the sunset, never to be seen again. What a fail, man. Alright, so that was basically a detour for absolutely nothing. I might as well just get back to the fort at this point. I did a little bit of off-camera building. I added some shrubs and grass growing on the walls. I think that looks pretty nice. But I want to get into some actual structure now. I don't want to keep leaving this as just ruins. Turn this into an actual castle. So maybe we could get some wool going, like this, and doing some canopies, kind of. Because this is going to be a pillager tower, or, you know, pillager base. So it kind of makes sense to have the pillager colors. And we could store some stuff underneath these canopies, so we could do like another one right here, maybe. Could be like a secondary entrance, a side entrance, you know, that they've forgotten to patch up. And then maybe I want one more somewhere. Maybe in this corner somehow. Maybe like right here. Alright, that's pretty good. So you could see from a distance, like, oh, there's a pillager place, because it's got the pillager kind of gray colors. I like that. I guess I might as well start adding in some pillagers, just to make this feel really lively. Oh, I have to name them, right? What did I call them? Dilbert? I want to make this feel really... There's a big pillager presence here. Maybe I could have some vindicators, too. Call these guys, Zilbert. Just throw them around. Alright, that's pretty good. Got a couple Dilberts, couple Silberts. Let's keep adding details around. I need to add some actual structure to this place. Alright, that looks pretty good. That adds a lot of structure to this thing, actually. Oh, and then leaves would be nice. Sprinkle some of these around. I want this place to feel very overgrown and nature is taking back. Some glowberries, too. Oh, I never did finish the stables. I just realized. I am very easily distracted, that's for sure. Dude, this place looks cool. Really looks nice at night, doesn't it? Yeah, this place is awesome. It's got to add some interior stuff, like some barrels. Here, this is where we could store their emeralds. Alright, I mean, banners could be good, actually. Maybe gray and light gray and dark gray. Oh, that's from the physics mod, right? Yeah, that's cool. Cloth physics. Actually, it'd make more sense to have ominous banners, wouldn't it? Need a place for them to sleep. Maybe back here. We'll have like multiple sleeping areas. So like this will be one spot and then maybe a spot over there, you know? I actually really like this part, dude. This looks awesome. I'm using, I went back to Complementary Reimagine the shaders because I've been using Bliss for a while and I really missed this lighting. It looks beautiful. I could throw in some grass. as well. Like they haven't been taking care of the place. I want to add more like walkways and stuff. Like they've been adding scaffolding and ramparts to monitor the coast instead of just these empty towers. You know, like I want to build some more staircases, like something like this. Like they've kind of made these makeshift bridges and walkways, you know. Yeah, so we'll do one right there. We'll do some more. Maybe one around here. I haven't really paid that much attention to this side of the castle. Should put something over here, like a camp. Yeah, this will do. That looks good. Alright, I want to turn over to this side of the castle. It's a little bit plain right now. Not much going on. Oh, there's a cave underneath here. Oh, that kind of makes things interesting, doesn't it? Okay, maybe I'll find a way to incorporate that. I'm actually not loving this tree right here. It's just jungle trees are kind of ugly. So let me scrap this one. There, we'll let that run its course. So I was thinking I could build some little tents out here, like a little outsider camp, perhaps. Here, I've got a pretty good tent design I usually use. Here, I could use some of these chains, like how tents, they have the little spokes in the ground, you know? Do it like that. And then I could cover it up with some carpet. Like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, cool. That's a pretty good design. I like that. We can have a little campfire spot right here where the pillagers can chill out. I feel like I could put one more tent right here. Alright, and let's just get some pillagers. Where'd they go? Wait, it's like dead quiet here. Where did the pillagers go? Did they all just run off? What? There's literally no one here. Did they despawn? Is that how pillagers work? They might despawn if they don't have any villages, or I don't know, dude. That's weird. I'm gonna spawn some new ones, but they might just despawn again. There we go. That's pretty lively now. Alright, so how is this looking, dude? That's a pretty cool looking fortress, isn't it? It's kind of ruined, but it's got some charm to it. Got the tents back there. That's pretty cool. So, you know something I thought would be cool, given that we got a whole fortress right here of pillagers, is if we built a little secret rebel camp down here of villagers. You know, clearances or whatever, right? And I found this really cool cave here. The one I found earlier, it actually connects up through this tunnel system. Look at this. It opens up to the camp. Isn't that cool? So I was thinking maybe this could be like a secret tunnel for villagers, right? And they have a little camp down here at the bottom, and they're gonna plot their attack or whatever, you know? Just gonna spruce this up a little bit. Maybe we have a little staircase coming up into the cave here. Oh wait, I just had a ridiculous idea. What if this tunnel is like a means to have a really long TNT fuse, and there's like a massive TNT pile underneath the castle, and they're like, their clearances are trying to sabotage the pillager fort. That would be funny. First thing I gotta do is build a camp, then we can do the TNT fuse. So I want this to be a pretty big tent, actually. Maybe I'll put it up on top of a platform. I guess actually it would be really easy to spot this thing down here, so I should get some jungle trees to cover it up a bit. So it's more of like a secret camp down here, you know? Here we go. Now it's more like a rebel camp. Maybe we can have a item frame with a map inside of it. They're like planning their attack. We gotta get our boy Clarence up in here. There he is. Alright, there we go. That's all it really needs to be, just a little camp. So now I want to build the fuse, right? So this is where Clarence will plot his attack. I have a lever going this way, I suppose. Maybe I'll have several different spots of TNT. So there'll just be one spot. Maybe one in this direction. Alright, I would say that's a pretty good attack that Clarence is plotting. Not me, not me. This is Clarence, all right? That pretty much wraps up what I want to build. Let's just do one final walkthrough and give a tour of everything that I built. All right, let's check this place out at night. I added a few things around, not too much, but I just want to give you a final recap of what I built. So we got a little dock down here, nothing too crazy. And then this pathway comes up towards the mines, right? So I blew this up earlier. I didn't really finish it, but it's pretty cool. It's not that elaborate. And then this pathway comes up the hill towards the fort. So we got some Dilberts keeping watch, right? Got the whole fort out here. This is so cool, man. This is one of the storage rooms. That's right. I love this part. This might be my favorite part of the entire build. Like the glowberries. It's so nice. And then there's like an open air bedroom. That's right. And that's pretty cool. Like that. Oh yeah, you can see the Clarence camp down there. Yeah, I spruced up this back part a lot. Let me show you this. So you like walk through here. And I was trying to go for like, this is an under construction kind of vibe. So there's like some ramparts all around. You can walk around. There's some ladders. Like down here, it's like some sort of stone storage or like a quarry, right? So if you come up this way, right, it's kind of a rickety pathway, but you can come all the way up towards Pillager Flag. That's pretty cool. And I guess the last thing to show you would be, you know, I know you're waiting for this, is Clarence's plot, right? So he's probably sleeping right now. Or, oh, is he not? Where is he? Well, maybe he's out and about, but he plotted a TNT trap all the way down through the cave to some massive TNT piles. So I say we light the fuse and finish this off with a bang, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not think it was going to be that much. Wow, Clarence, he might have self-destructed in the process, but you know what? Go down like a champ. Here, let me just reset this real quick. Yeah, okay, there we go. That looks good, dude. The lighting, like, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I know I say that every single time I do a building video, but truthfully, like, I love the ruined under construction look. Just, I don't know, man, has some good charm to it. But yeah, dude, it's so cool to see all these builds finally starting to come into the archive world, right? So this was the most recent one, but this was the last one I did on the server. The jungle thing, and then we built this prison, and this was the first video with the bridge tavern, right? It's just cool to see this starting to fill up, you know? But anyways, dude, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this build. I certainly did. And yeah, I'll catch you later.